Hello viewers, and welcome back to my channel, Mixed Masdevallia Orchids. Well, it's been about 5 weeks since I done an update or brought the camera into the greenhouse, and I did agree to do regular updates, so I thought I'd share with you today some of my collection. I haven't got a lot in bloom. I've got a few with spikes, but I thought we'd spend a bit of time today just looking at what I've actually got. So I've set them out. It's not everybody's cup of tea, Masdevallias, but I certainly love them, and I know there's a lot of people out there who love Masdevallias. So I thought I'd share with you today what I've got in my greenhouse, all my Masdevallias, and what else I grow. I do grow other things as well. I know some of you know I grow a lot of chilies early in the season, but the majority of this greenhouse is all my Masdevallias, a couple of Draculas down here, more Masdevallias. So I thought we'd have a look round and see what we've got and share with you today. So I've changed a few tags around so we can have a look at what I have actually got. This one, Coccinea. It'll be variety Alba, it's the white version. Beautiful little plant coming on. Don't forget, these was all divisions. I started off with divisions about a year ago, and they're still growing on. Amabilis pink, another one, got a couple of flower spikes coming on this. Hope you can see them. Lovely flower spikes coming on. Still putting out new growth. That's a species. Lovely little plant, and don't forget, it's a division growing on again. This one is my Rolfiana, a lovely little plant. To say these are all small young divisions, they're not specimen size by no means, but they're coming on a treat now, so that needs repotting shortly. I'll get on to that. This one is a Shane White, it's a hybrid. It's put up a few new growths this year, but not doing brilliantly, unfortunately. I think that heat put a lot of these Masdevallias back. Exquisita Mary, I've shown you this one, it was in bloom earlier in the year. Again, still putting out new growth. Looking perfect now as a Masdevallia. Coming on a treat, I love them. A Copper Wing, which is another hybrid. A small Masdevallia, still got the signs of new growth coming up, no signs of spikes yet, but it is a winter bloomer, so hopefully we'll have something to look at shortly. A Sunset Jaguar, another hybrid, been putting out new growth, still putting out new growth around this side. No signs of spikes yet, but all looking well. And over Avis over here, still producing new growths. On that side and that side, I've got a couple of them because I've done a couple of divisions. They're quite good growers. They always been taking divisions off them. This one, Pachyrhea aurora, it's a species, a nice little plant. Put a few new growths up this year, not a great deal, but again, I don't think the heat we had in the summer here in the UK did any of these any good. A Piviana. You can see the lovely green tipped roots on this Piviana. I take regular divisions off this plant and repot them up. A lovely plant. Hopefully it flowers soon. New growths on this one at the back. It's a hybrid. This is species Torovensis. Lovely plant. Lovely plant. Coming on. Glandulosa, a little Masdevallia, all coming back now. Now we've arrived here in the autumn here in the UK. It's not so warm now, we're getting back to a nice bit of colour. A couple of dead leaves on that, probably still from the summer there. Coccinea alba, another one of my divisions. Pachyanthea, a nice growing plant, coming on well, still producing a lot of young growth. What's this one? Triangularis. My Triangularis still producing new growths. Lovely Masdevallias are. If you're going to keep them and you've got a cold greenhouse, give them a go. They're absolutely beautiful. This is one of my favourites. Regina, Masdevallia Regina. It is a species. I think the common name's called the Queen or Queen Elizabeth. But if you look it up, I can't do a pop-up because I haven't got copyright. But if you look it up, Regina, it's a beautiful gold colour. And that's certainly one of my favourites. It flowers in the winter, so hopefully we'll get some spikes on it soon. This is my Xanthenia, a little species. Lovely little orchid. A lot of people grow these in terrariums. So if you've got a terrarium, try and get a Xanthenia. This one's still recovering from a lot of heat damage. You can see a lot of burnt tips on the end. It was bad, but we've got a lot of new growth coming now. Now we've controlled the humidity. We've got the humidity better in here. It's looking a lot better. It's a Stella. Another Masdevallia. A couple of dying back leaves there. They're natural. They're the older leaves. They will die back on a Masdevallia. Smith's Mummy Eye pushing out a lot of new growth. That should flower winter time. My Speculina Grobii, a lovely little orchid. It's never bloomed for me yet, but shortly it should be putting up a few spikes. What else have we got in here? We've got a few more. Davisii is a species. Suffered again in the summer, but as you can see there, putting new growths up now. Ignea. Ignea is a beautiful flower when it flowers, but it's looking well. Still putting signs of new growth up really well. My Rosa Alba. Lovely green tipped roots down the bottom there if you see them. And it's growing on well now. I'm getting impressed with some of these now. Coccinia Ariana. As you can see, still got new growth coming. The older leaves are due to die back shortly. A beautiful Viciana here. This one. They are amazing plants if you can get them. A lot of new growth coming up on this Viciana, but unfortunately with that heat, as you can see, a flower spike here is blasted. That's gone. We've got here is a Davinia. A lot of new growth in there. Davinia is a hybrid. Beautiful plant when it's flowered. What else have I got down here? Schroederiana. A lot of new growth in there, look, on this Schroederiana. All coming on now. That heat we had in the summer didn't do these Masdevallias any good, and I know a lot of people struggled because I've got friends in Belgium who grow Masdevallias in Antwerp, and I've got friends in Poland, and they also told me that they suffered this summer with the heat. So it wasn't just here in the UK, other people have suffered as well. Pachura Ahura, a lot of new growths on this one, look. Maybe a couple of flower spikes popping up there if you look at them. It's about time, probably, yeah, 3 flower spikes on that, so I'll put that on in a couple of weeks' time. This is a Nidifica, I think. Nidifica Red. A lovely little Masdevallia. The leaves, you can see some of the red tinting on the leaves. Beautiful, beautiful. I think that's another Over Avis, another Over Avis I've put in. Another Amabilis Alba. This is my Masdevallia Acacia. I had to put it back on a corkboard. I had it potted, and that heat didn't do it any good whatsoever. So what I did, I mounted it, and I've got a lot of new green growth. If you can see around the side, it started putting out new growth, so hopefully we might have saved that from the heat this summer. These are, that's a Dracula down there, that's my Pleurophallis mastodon. the smallest one in my collection. This is a Dracula Low-Tax, which is one of the upright growers. It produces vertical spikes so they don't come through the bottom of the basket. A couple more down here. No, lovely. That's this one here we've got. This is Golden Monarch. It's a hybrid. That's coming on as well. Beautiful, beautiful leaves on some of these Masdevallias. They're coming on now, and I think it's because we've got rid of that heat. This one did struggle a bit. Hieroglyphica, but as you can see in there, a lot of new growth coming up still producing new growth, so hopefully we might get some flower spikes on it. This one is Immaculata. Not sure about that. I think it's coming back now, but it did have a bit of a mardy on during the summer. It didn't like it, so some of them had to go down on the bottom shelves, right down onto the lower shelves. But here, my striatella is pushing out blooms. Now I don't think you can see these very well, but if I'd have waited a couple of days you'd have probably seen these. It's a beautiful little orchid. It's still pushing out new growth, but the flowers, they're like a triangle shape when they open. When they're fully open, they're like a triangle. They call it, the common name is the striped Masdevallia. But a truly amazing little plant. Have we got anything else I can show you down here? Another one of my divisions, another over Avis that I'm growing on for somebody. What we got here? Pat Acrehurst Rowan. I recently acquired this small division, but within a few weeks time or a few months time it'll be looking good. Well, that's most of my Masdevallias. I've still got some to do. Can you remember when I did my last video and I showed you my sphagnum moss that had gone white because of the heat? Well, look at it now. It's coming back growing green. Lovely sphagnum moss, live growing sphagnum moss in a greenhouse. My Coleogyne cristata is coming on. Another cutting of my Coleogyne cristata. That one is. I've got my Dendrobium, Kingianum. Yeah, it's all coming on now, and I also grow. Just a quick view this time. I've got a few carnivorous plants. I like Sarracenia, so I've started growing some Sarracenia with my grandkids. They like, as you can see, Venus flytraps. We've got a few seeds in. Yeah, so it's all looking good in here. That's just a shelf of everything that I use on these Masdevallias. You can see the seaweed fertilizer, SB plant invigorator. What's that there? That one then. That ultimate bug killer, Bravado, good one. Bug free, fungus fighter, slug bait. Haven't had to use that really. Rubbing alcohol, bit of old orchid focus. Don't use that now. Calmag, my rain mix, good old rain mix, what I feed them all on. Still got a few of them 5 Nepenthes that I was, I can't say conned into buying, but the old boys at the club recommended that I grow a few of them, give them a go. And I've got one that's doing really well, and I think the sun and the heat in this greenhouse has really done this well because it flew up. It's shot up, and this is one that a lot of people have. It's the Ventrata. It's what a lot of people keep. I've still got the heater, sorry, the fan, the new fan I put in. Still got my fogger that's working brilliantly at the moment, and it keeps this place really good. So I haven't got a lot more to show you. I can't show anything till we get some more spikes, or till I get some more flowers to show you. But I just thought I'd give you a treat, let you have a look around my greenhouse. I know I like looking at videos on YouTube. I like looking in people's greenhouses to see what they're growing and see how they're doing. But if you'd looked in this greenhouse probably a month ago, it was terrible. I was gutted at what some of the heat had done to these Masdevallias. But now we're back on track and they're all looking good. I've even got some in here, under here, keeping them cool. This is a no ID one, but it's pushed out plenty of new growth and the colour's coming back green now. They're looking more beautiful again. So as I said before, if you're thinking of giving Masdevallias a go, have a go. Don't be frightened. Don't be frightened whatsoever. If you've got a cool greenhouse, you can grow these Masdevallias. I grow them at between 22 and 24C if I can. The fans come on at 25. These Masdevallias can take up to about 30, but over 30 they'll struggle, and this greenhouse was about 36 to 38 during that summer, and it was too hot for them and they didn't like it one bit. They're like a 5 to 10 degree drop during the night. Well, they're getting that now in the UK. But yeah, if you're into Masdevallias, please subscribe to this channel. I've only got a few subscribers. I'm trying to build the channel up, but unfortunately working away from home don't give me the opportunity to do videos on a regular basis. I have to do them when I come home, and to be fair, I could miss some of the blooms when I come home and I haven't videoed them. So if you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. If you like the video and you want to see more of these Masdevallias, you want to see them grow with me and how I grow them, please subscribe to the channel. But until then, I'll see you all on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.